You could start things like your peas, your radishes, the stuff that needs to germinate in the soil. So once the soil is like loose enough to work and has been defrosted, you definitely throw those seeds in there and start them out. I like to do peas a few times throughout the year, so I will start some peas now. In another few weeks, I will start another section of peas, and then I'll start another section of peas. So that way we have some peas throughout the entire season. And the ones at the end of the summer are the ones that I would like to blanch and freeze and have some fresh peas in our freezer for winter. Ugh, don't even want to start talking about winter. Yeah, so if you guys want, follow us along. We are going to be working on the chicken coop and our garden and just doing life on the Alberta Adventure Family Homestead. You gonna catch them, Zelda? What are you doing? You crazy thing! Uh-oh! Don't go too close, Janica. You're okay.
It's okay.
Oh, did that hurt? Did that scare you?
Video. What do you think of that? Oh, you wanted to get...
We have the Woods Adventure Hauler Folding Wagon. This is the larger size, so it holds 225-pound capacity. Let's unbox this and see what it gets us. I am super excited for this because the wagon we have outgrown it with the two girls, and the oldest one, you know what, she still prefers to go in the wagon a majority of the time, especially on those longer walks and adventures. All right, that doesn't look too complicated. But maybe we don't have to assemble. Maybe it comes fully assembled, which is fantastic. Okay, so what do we got here? One thing that I went with, this one over a lot of the other ones, is it actually has a rubber tire instead of the hard plastic. It is supposed to be better on dirt trails and stuff, which is huge. Like, look at the space in there. All right, it's big. It folds up compact. It holds 225 pounds. And you know what? It has the rubber tires. So I think it is gonna be great for those beach days, camping, just going out for a walk, whatever. I am super excited for this because we have been using this. And although it's been a good little wagon, well, it's that time of year again, the joyous time of year where we pull out the camper, de-winterize it, drain all those chemicals out of it, and clean it up and see what kind of fly collection we have. The best of the best. No mice problems this year again, so fingers crossed that that continues in the future. But yeah, let's get this show on the road so that way we can get it cleaned up and go camping in a month maybe. Well, that was easy. It's fantastic knowing that you had a husband that's great at connecting and being able to back up trailers, things like that. I just usually have to guide him a little bit, but man, I've heard about some serious fights happening in between husbands and wives when they go camping, and I am so fortunate that I don't have to deal with that.
Oh, tree.
Yeah, it's all right.
Honey, honey, honey.
What you guys doing? All right, so we got this trailer last year, and last year? No, it's been 2 years now. 2 years, 2 summers. This is the 3rd summer we'll be out in it. Since we've got it, we changed out everything and made lithium-ion batteries. Want to make it so that we can go a little bit more off-grid with it, not have to be connected. We still have kids, so it's kind of nice to sometimes live in luxury, especially when you have the really little ones. You know, you're having a tough night. It's just nice to be able to have that extra power to be able to flip on lights. If it was just Mike and I, we probably wouldn't care. And as the girls get older, life will get a little bit tougher for them, and we are going to shut off that electricity on days. You know what? Camping has to be enjoyable enough for the parents as well. It's not all about the kids and the experience. We've put on a new awning last year. You could always go back. We'll put a link in our video and you could go back and check that out. But that's the new awning replacement that we did. With the lithium-ion batteries, the plan is to add some solar into it as well, so we could prolong the length of our trip. We've put new rubber on. That happened last year as well. New propane tanks. And I think that's so far what we've done. It would be nice to get inside eventually and make it our own, maybe redo some deckling on the outside. Probably won't have this trailer for that many more years. We will keep it while the kids are young, but eventually it might be nice to go into something with some bunk bed setups.
You are a garden, flowers in bloom, sewn like a quilt, double stitched in truth. You are the nest from which I flew. You are the one thing I still let fall through. Your body has been lost, but I still hear your song. Your rain over the land keeps the river moving on. Pulled away the flashlight, took our hands from our eyes.
Well, would you look at that beautiful dirt? Add in some compost and build her up, and we should have a perfect place to plant our pumpkins and corn and potatoes this year.
Two worlds in an image of ourselves. There's a raft in sight, and it's been there all along. But you're not alone. 'Cause you only need a heart to find a home. You are a garden, flowers in bloom, sewn like a quilt, double stitched in truth. You are the nest from which I flew.
All right, guys, so it is the first set of batch. Oh, sun is bright. Let's go that way. So it is the first set of chickens being moved out today. The chicken coop's pretty much all ready. We're gonna put them in there for the next week, let them get used to their home before we let them into the run. Give us some time, or give Mike some time to finish the run, because, you know, I really haven't done anything.
Showed us how to hold on and accept that nothing lasts. Even though
Got our supervisor
we are so strong.
and some nice compost.
In an image of ourselves, but there's a raft.
All right, so here we go. Now you remember we have 13 pullets, cockerels, not really sure what they are yet. They are 5.5 weeks, so a little bit early, but the coop does have heat in it. We're gonna keep a watchful eye. And a lot of people do it in barns at 0 degrees Celsius, so here we go.
Do you think I should put the heat light in the coop, or is that heater enough? And this water has to go in there too.
Sparrows not worried about tomorrow. Or the troubles to come.
I want Hey to have it. First dibs.
Shout all the floods. The tree that's planted by the water isn't fazed by the fire.
I don't really care which one. Are you filming this? Open it.
'Cause you take good care of me.
To the yappy one.
They're all yappy. Okay, open it. Open it.
Good
we got?
job, kiddo.
Half of them?
We got this!
There's 6 in there?
Yeah.
All right, so now we're at 7. That's over half.
Spilled their water everywhere.
The sun's not worried about the winter.
Come on.
Soon it
Okay.
will pass.
Hey. Are you in the coop? Veronica, you can try and pet one if you want. What do you think, kiddo?
That's the baby bear.
What's his name?
Wilson.
What did you call him?
Wilson.
Rooster, okay.
That is a big boy.
All right, so black copper morans have been moved upstairs. They are, what would you say, they're 3.5 weeks about? Yeah. And the other guys are about 5.5 weeks. Those are our blue Andalusian, Americana, buff Orpington, and barred Plymouth Rock. So 13 out there, 4 inside. Eventually these guys will join the others. Maybe by that time we'll have a better idea of pullets versus cockerels and see what we're looking at in the future.
I know there must be more, but I can't get past your kindness. I know there's got to be more, but I can't get past your goodness. I know there must be more, but I can't get past.
How you guys doing? How you guys doing?
There's got to be more, but I can't get past your goodness. You take good care of me.
Get a chain on the door so that it doesn't fly open on us. A container to put the food in. And a different hook for the watering system. So that's on the to-do list. Let's see if this will do. All right, guys, that's perfect. It keeps it up off the ground. Might have to raise it up a little bit more yet. Well, that's one thing off the list. And this wind, whew, I'm not complaining about the 25-degree weather, especially in April, but this wind is something that is something else. That's all I'm gonna say, it's something else. For all you people that live in really windy places all year, I don't know how you do it. Busy, 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 and life of living in Zone 3 in Canada. Gotta get the garden ready, working on the chicken coop, all the spring duties, bringing everything out, setting everything back up. It is such a chore. Why do we live where it freezes 6 months and we have to put everything away and pull everything back out? It is exhausting. It is also very refreshing. So, like I said, we got the rototiller in the garden. We're rototilling up. We are adding compost in. All our seedlings won't go out until end of May. However, there is certain things like your cold crops. So your lettuce, bok choys, there's some herbs. I don't recommend doing the herbs unless they're well established and you've left them in. And potatoes probably. This is our garlic. Let's see if we can pull it back here and see what we got coming up. If anything. Looks like some weeds. Oh, right there, guys. You see that little green thing right there? I don't know if you see it. So it's actually my first year ever doing garlic. We planted it in the fall and we're gonna see what we come out with. Anyone new to gardening, as you can see, doesn't matter what zone you're in, you don't need anything special. I see all these people rushing out to Costco and buying all these raised planters that are like anywhere from $150 to $1,000 a piece depending on what you're buying. And we've virtually used a lot of just scraps from around the yard. Galvanized troughs, we've used scrap woods. You know, everyone has their different theories on what type of wood to use. I don't know. I say you build, throw in your dirt, throw in your compost, get that garden started. That's the most important thing, and it's probably already better than most of the food you buy from the store. So. We've also gone and added in this little corner bed, maybe for a few herbs or special plants. And our daughters started their fairy garden that they got going on. Jungle going on here. We got a whole bunch of tomato plants. We have some lemon balm. I have lavender. I had some really nice nasturtiums going here until my dog decided to eat the pot. We got some pumpkins started. Over here, I got Brussels sprouts and peppers and some more peppers, some more tomatoes, some blue doll pumpkins. This is some more Nasterium. I have these, which are Johnny Jump Ups. That's pretty much it for the stuff that I start indoors. The rest of it, most of it can go in the garden. The only reason why you would want to start some of the other things like your cucumbers and stuff indoors, I guess, is if you really want that early harvest, but it's also a lot more work. So I suggest putting as much as you can in ground versus doing it this way, because it is a lot of transplanting, but at the same time, there's certain things like your tomatoes and peppers, unless you're gonna buy them from the greenhouse, you have to start them. I started these back in February, so it's been a long time going, and I'm excited to get them out of the garage along with the other baby chickens, and they will all go outside eventually here. The Woods wagon from Canadian Tire has been a lifesaver. Love it. It is huge. It's great for both girls. I could stick them in there. There's still tons of room. It folds up nice and compact for my vehicle for those park days. The whole outside coating is done in rubber, which I really like. Makes for a little bit softer ride. Wider wheelbase, I should say. The one at Costco is really close together, and I've heard it's very tippy. Not sponsored, but definitely one of my fave buys for the kids, especially for the summer months. So let's talk Zone 3 gardening. One of the very first things I do is I start cleaning up all my perennial beds. So the things that come back every single year, start by pulling weeds because they're the first thing to come up. And after that, I just kind of cut back the lilies. I try and wait until it's not freezing anymore at night, and we got those plus temperatures that are super high, like 10 to 15 degrees during the day. That's like the number one thing. I just kind of go along, clean everything up, cut things back, do most of my trimming. Things like my elms and my oaks, a lot of my actual trees, I do from January through till March. All right, so chickens are in the coop. We take a walk around the side. It is all complete. Other than a little bit of painting and some finishing touches inside, of course. But stay tuned, because in the next video, we will be letting those chickens out. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more family fun adventures in Alberta.